Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today. Obviously I'm with the Beard Explorer. We are in Belgium and we made, just by chance, a contact with someone who pointed us in the direction of this really unusual scrapyard that, although it's got some modern stuff in, apparently has got some really awesome rare classics in. So let's go and take a look and see what we can find. Peugeot 201. Look at the badge. Didn't know they had a logo like that. That's lovely. Shame about the rest of it though. Now, one thing that slipped my notice as I walked in here was that there is a Peugeot little truck, and obviously they make things like mopeds, but it's a little three-wheeler truck. How cool is that? I wonder if it flips over as easy as something like a Reliant. What are you doing? Oh, I don't know what that is, so if you could comment and let me know, I would appreciate that. If anyone on here knows their sort of 30s era cars. This van looks like it has rolled over about 150 times.
This has hit something very hard.
Very fast. Oh Christ.
Look.
Jesus.
Look at the speed it was doing when it hit it. It's actually stuck on the same speed.
That looks fatal, doesn't it? Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't actually, because the cabin's intact. But Christ,
That wouldn't be a serious injury, would it?
that's probably the most crash damaged car, vehicle I think I've ever seen. My God, that's just been eviscerated. Jesus. Sanyong Muso, best place for one of these. Hideously ugly. Yeah, very 90s sort of feel to this, but yeah, probably best off dead, because as Clarkson said, they're bloody horrible cars. Seen a couple of these out here actually. Don't really remember seeing them much in the UK, but Belgium would appear to have a couple. Clio ready for death. Oh, a DCI. Okay, I had one of these and it was fantastic on fuel. Got like 70 miles a gallon out of it, but it would just randomly cut out and do like 10 miles an hour, and it was really dangerous. And that car got crashed, and then I bought another one that did exactly the same thing, and no one ever managed to tell me what the hell it was. Okay. Oh, you've got some stuff that's been sitting in bushes for a long time up here. Opel, Suzuki. I don't know all of the models of those actually. Let's go and see if we can get around here. Colin's just pointed out, has completely slipped my notice. There's a Citroen Ami up there. They are worth quite a lot of money when they work. So, yeah, as you can see up there, Ami 8. Ah, shame. I think the cars that are at the top have been there for quite a long time because they all look really green. BMW Compact. I had one of these. Loved it. It was in orange. Some 5 massive dudes in a Nissan Micra crashed into the side of it, and they got out of my car. I got out of their car. I thought that was going to be the end of my life. That was a diesel as well. Probably a bit better to run in a diesel. I quite like that actually. What's this we've got here? Another Renault that we are seeing less and less of in the UK. The McGann estate. See if we can have a look inside. Yes. It's actually pretty intact. For a scrapyard, it's kind of surprising no one's picked all that interior stuff to bits. Okay, let's go and try some other cars now. I quite like those early A4s actually. Prefer the A6s though. I like a lot of tech on my cars, and they're a little bit lacking for my taste. So if anyone can tell me what this is, please do let me know. All I can tell you is it's got a funny logo. Kind of looks like the John Deere logo. With a big hole in it. And there is, again, that lovely Ami, Left to Die. So they're quite popular now, and they go for decent money, but obviously that one's there for a reason. But it looks like it could have been there for so long actually that it's gone past its point and it's now valuable. Beautiful Mercs up there. Right, that car at the top is a Fiat, because it says on the caps. But what Fiat is, I don't know, because I'm not so sure on my classic Fiats. I like it though. I love those old saloons, but look how bad these are. Triumph, yes it is. Spitfire Mark III. Why is that here? I didn't even... Oh, I mean, you can see why this car ended up here, because it took a whack in the back. That's kind of weird, the way that all crumpled in. Ah, that's a shame. Mind you, it's definitely rotten like it lived in England all its life. See, this is just a normal Golf, but it is in a really nice colour. Maybe I'm not paying attention, but I don't recall seeing many in that colour. Okay, let's take a look at some of the other cars here. Ah, now, I didn't really think much of this Peugeot at all, obviously, because it's a Peugeot, but it's a V6. So if you were a parent who wanted to be very fast, you would buy this, which absolutely stings. I've always liked these clocks, but that's about the only thing I like about these. I'm not a big fan of MPVs, but this was obviously a top spec model of its day. Moving on. So Colin's found an X-Trail over here, which he's going to grab some bits off. Let's go and have a look at those. Wow, okay, see, whatever this is, what is that? Really rotten. Let's see if we'll climb this ladder a little bit. See if it will... Okay, that's going to be a car that... Oh, it's an Opel. So that is an Opel something. But again, not a UK thing, so I don't really recognise it. So if you can tell me what that is, would appreciate that one. We've got a Z3 over there that we can't get to, that's burnt out. C3, not really anything exciting. Zara here. Okay, let's have a look at this X-Trail. See. Now, what bits on here could he possibly want? I don't know. I hope it's not the seats. I don't want to have to be sitting on that all the way back to England. Okay, right, so that's this little section done. Let's go and try and have a look in another section. Ah, look, there's a Tigger up there. Those are brilliant. I love those cars. Weird, really odd. And as I remember being in them when I was a kid, the seatbelts were miles and miles behind your shoulders. So another look over this Triumph. It is absolutely rotten to pieces. There's not much savable on that at all, apart from maybe a couple of interior bits, but I'm surprised it hasn't been cubed. I don't know why you'd bother keeping that there. Oh, what a shame. Can't save them all. This is the amazing thing that I found about European scrapyards. I didn't plan on making videos about cars like this, but European scrapyards, even the ones that do modern cars, are still full of classics, and I love that because it means there's always something exciting to find, unlike the English ones that are just all modern crap. There is a big pile of wrecked cars there. There's an X-Type. Is that some sort of a Vectra? It's hard to make out what's what, really, isn't it? There's a couple of Vauxhalls in there, I can see that, but yeah. Shame for a Jag. Kind of after a Jag lately for some reason. I don't know why. I've got a bit of an itch for one. Okay, because it's the well, not the Netherlands, Belgium. Yes, I'm having a great time. Lots of bikes. And look, Colin, the car you want.
Yeah, I know,
The Twingo. The Twingo. We look like such idiots walking around filming cars. But yeah, Colin really loves the Twingo for some unknown reason, and there are so many of them over here, and they still all survive, which makes me think they must have been really, really cheap to buy to begin with. It's early Passat. I say early, I'm sure the Passat's been around since the 70s, but it's early in my mind. That interior is really nice. I like these seats. That's well cool. Let's have a look. Well cool. I sound like I'm about 10. That's done its life well. That's got 400,000 kilometres on it, which is, ooh, I don't know in miles. A lot though. That's that interior is really stayed in good condition. I like that. Oh, that would be sort of worth taking out and bringing. No. If I am left to my own devices and I make my own decisions as I want, I will be taking that out and bringing that back to the UK. But we've already filled up the car with crates of Pepsi, so I can't really get away with doing that now. Peugeot 407. Again, like the style of these had a really similar, well, basically the same interior. I think they're on the same platform as well as the Citroen C6. Obviously the Citroen was way better. Daimler Sovereign. Don't know why that's up there either. I'm not sure if they were sold in Belgium. There's a car at the front actually that's on British plates that I'm going to go around to in a minute. It's an Austin, so I don't know, it seems like there might be one or two English cars here. Now, that's strange. That's got a really nice paint job, but all the door handles have been smoothed off. Have you seen this?
What's a 306?
Yeah, but notice what's different about it.
Body kit?
No.
It's not the... Hang on a minute.
What's not right about it?
Don't know.
It's got no door handles.
Oh, I couldn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's got the old solenoids in it to open it.
What do you mean?
So
You can tell me because yeah.
They used to put solenoids on the key fob so you could press a button and the doors will pop open. That's what it is, like the TVR Cerberus.
Yeah.
To press the pop doors open.
So what's actually? That's not normal on the 306 though.
No.
Someone's modded that.
Well, you can see it's been modified.
Yeah, well, I was saying I like. They've been broken, but these skirts are nice, and it's in like a flip paint. And we've got some more modern stuff now. Dacia that I don't really care about at all. Honda Prelude. Oh, I love these cars as I was a kid. 4-wheel steering, of course. I don't know if they all had it, or if it was just some of them. I've got a feeling it was all of them. Such a long interior, a long dashboard area in these, and I like that you have 4 spaces to press the horn. I don't know why you need so many. And again, like a lot of cars of this era, although this was kind of late because they sort of stopped doing it in the 80s, they've got those like nice big Alpine tool-backed seats. Shame. Does kind of make me tempted. I'm not really a Jap car guy, but the way that you'd sit in there and as you can see it sort of wraps around, I like the design of it. And you know, 90s Jap cars were a really, really nice period for Japanese cars, and I think if I was going to buy one, if I could get like a nice model, I would definitely consider a Prelude. I did actually look at one once, but it was completely ruined, and that was the only time I've seen one since that's really caught my eye. Lovely old Fiesta. Yeah. What else is here that's interesting? Another Celica. Again, nice shape. Okay. I like that green. That's a nice colour. Ah, there's a Saxo. Is that any? Yeah, I don't think that's of much interest. Oh my god, okay, what has happened in here? It's been vajazzled to within an inch of its poor life. For a second I thought I had some genuine mats on the floor then. I would have bought those, but no luck. And that is about as interesting as that car gets to me. Saxos don't really do it. Oh, a Lancia. That's interesting to have a look at, seeing as we don't have them in the... Well, we do have the Ypsilon, but this is like an earlier one than the ones that we have, I believe. And it's locked, but... looks very Fiat-ish. Fiat-ish? Fiat-y? Who knows? Right, a couple more Citroens here. I've got a C5. Very nice. And as it should do, it's the hydropneumatic one. I also owned a C5 briefly. Kind of boring inside. You get used to them very quickly, but it was comfy and you could do a really long journey in it, typically as a Citroen. And it was completely comfortable, but it did have a no, not a DPF. It had a mass sensor fault and would smoke out really, really badly for ages. And everyone used to sort of beat their horns and flash at me because it looked like I had a power station coming out the back of it. That is a Ford Cougar up there. I love those, but I can't get to it, which is a shame because it's sort of like in this funny bit of junk. And also, I'm a little bit pressed for time here. We've just found out this place closes because Europe just love to have breaks in the middle of the day for no reason. Probably ought to go on protests or something. Saabs, I like these. These I've got. My favourite thing about Saabs is these little air vents. Really, really weird. Again, very European because it's heavily smoked in. But yeah, shame Saab went bust. I do wonder what they'd be like today if they hadn't pissed General Motors off. See a Rosa, get covered in flowers. I don't know what it is with the Belgians and covering everything in flowers. A Renault van. Someone will have to tell me the model of that, because like I said, I'm not particularly clued up on my Renault vans, but that's quite nice. I love how perfectly the radiator sits in the front like that. Been under a tree for a long time, this. And now somehow we have an Austin that came over from our fair isles to die in Belgium. I don't know why that would be here. Oh, okay. Look at these radiators. Jesus. Oh, they're lovely. Might buy those. I don't even have gas heating, but Jesus. Why are they in a scrapyard? Why would you remove those from your house? I'm sorry, I don't make radiator videos. Right, moving on. Right, okay, we've got a Jag. These are all very green. So a Jag, there's a Mercedes there. Colin will know the model of that one. The one on the bottom, which is very green, and the one that's slightly less green on the top. Look at that Merc badge on the front. I want that. That's lovely. Okay, then we've got something that Colin thought originally was a Ferrari, but obviously is not a Ferrari. Don't know what it is. Toyota? Something. It's hard to tell because I can't get around there to see what I'm looking at properly. And when they're high up, you can't really get an idea of exactly what it is. Now, I'm not sure what this is, but it has Crown written on the back of it. And the only thing I can think of with that is like the Toyota Crown. But I think these round lights make it look a bit larder-ish. Again, V for Vauxhall. And yeah, V for Vauxhall. Or maybe Volga. But I don't think I'm in quite the right place of the world for that. So I'm going to put my money on Vauxhall. So I committed myself to the cause. And they are Vauxhall Vivas. There you go. And look at how the lights are nicely recessed in there. I really like those. Shame that they've also been left to die. What was the other one? A red one. Right, yeah, let's go have a look at the red one. Now I get to find out what all of these are. So if I've earlier on in the video asked people what they are, you now don't need to tell me. Toyota. Well, that's obviously, yeah, Toyota Crown. Some tractors, God knows what they are. And then we are coming over here. No. I don't know. No, still don't know what that is. Fiat X19. I'm gonna pretend that that's what that is. It absolutely probably is not, but because if it was, it'd be a hell of a lot more rotten. Do you know, I'm gonna see if I can have a look inside this Toyota, because stuff like this is really, really interesting. I'm stuck on a rebar. Right, hang on. Okay, let's take a look in the Toyota Crown. Oh, no, doesn't want to let me in. Is one of the other doors open? Yes. Oh, very nice sort of red purple interior in this. Very nice. Headlining still in really good nick, actually. I think most of the interior bits of this, apart from the front seat, would probably be salvageable. But yeah, a nice sort of 70s era Jap car. Don't see them. I can't think of when I've ever seen one. And it's laying dead here, so that's brilliant. Right, let's get out of here and we'll go meet up with Colin again and we will say farewell until Colin wants to come here again. And so that is it today. The Europeans like to have their break, so we are off on to the next place. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you next week with another fantastic video on the Questionable Car Club.